A San Jose police officer is no longer on the force after officials say his racist text messages came to light during an investigation.
Think I give a F what y'all think? I'll shoot you too.
The San Jose police chief says former officer Mark McNamara was involved in the shooting of Kawan Green, who cops say was holding a gun in a restaurant in March of 2022. Green was shot as he exited the restaurant. Green's attorney says the text messages from McNamara, which included the phrase, "I hate black people," show the officer had a bias.
They should all be bowing to me and bringing me gifts since I saved a fellow N-word by making him rich as F. Otherwise, he would have lived a life of poverty and crime. These were disgusting text messages.
Let's pause here. The man on the right side of the screen is the victim, Kawan Green. This is a troubling story that unfortunately follows a pattern.
Internal investigation accused officers Kevin Piner and Brian Gilmore and Corporal Jesse Moore of violating standards of conduct and using inappropriate slurs, including the N-word. Investigators say that Piner described killing black people in a new civil war, saying, quote, "wipe them off the bleep map."
Documents released by the Wilmington Police Department state that the conversations were discovered during a routine video audit of Officer Piner's patrol car.
This is a police officer who's been in there for decades. Quote, "We're just going to go out and start slaughtering them effing N-words. I can't wait. God, I can't wait."
Yeah.
In West Point, Georgia, 5 officers used slurs and took a Ring doorbell off the property. They were suspended.
I've seen 2 videos, and I heard, you know who Dan Bongino is? He's on Fox News all the time. He used to be Secret Service. Yeah. He said, you know, what they're saying now is, well, he didn't have to shoot him. It's just a taser. Then how come when you tase a nigger, it's like you done killed him 27 times? The guy's running. He's got the taser in his hand, and you see him, and he turns, and you see him fire the taser at the officer.
Okay, what would he have done if it had hit the officer? Go over there and get his gun and kill him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or what if one of them projectiles would have struck him in the eye? Yeah. The act of him firing that taser at an officer is an aggravated assault because he has not been trained in the proper use. That mayor up there, she's already fired the officer. And without a hearing. And she's pushing real hard. They say she's now the front runner to be Joe Biden's vice presidential candidate. You're kidding.
The police chief and officer would resign after this video came to light. And with Kawan Green?
Green survived his injuries and has a civil suit pending against the city, saying he was wrongfully shot.
I went in there to help. I came out looking for help, seeking help from officers, people that are supposed to help me.
He would become another statistic of police brutality. Here's what went down, all right? Green disarmed a gunman. And I'll use his attorney's words here. He is a hero for doing this. He performed an act of courage and heroism that very few in this society would. And his attorney, Adante Pointer, told NBC Bay Area that the cops yelled at him to drop the firearm. They did not give him a split second to take in what they were saying, practically, and then they just opened fire. He would be shot multiple times and be seriously injured. At a restaurant, Pointer said Green had been minding his own business and didn't know the people that were involved in the scuffle inside the establishment. It cleared out, as it should, and the surveillance video would capture Green trying to wrestle the gun away from others. Again, I cannot imagine who else in this society in 2026 would do this. And when the racist texts were uncovered in the aftermath of him not even having a thought and opening fire on Kawan Green, he would resign, and he should. That officer's name, by the way, is Mark McNamara. He is pictured here. He would be put on the state of California's decertification list. You know, we have gone over how there are criminal gangs inside of the Los Angeles Police Department. It's been well documented. I'm shocked. I'm shocked to see this, because this sort of policing is rare. It's very, very rare. We have talked about not only gangs inside of LAPD, we have talked about how a lot of some of the cops that are hired have white supremacist beliefs. They belong to white supremacist militias, etc. So again, I'm just blown away that he was put on this list. Usually it seems, even if a cop is severely racist, that they'll be punished, they'll sit out for a few years, and then get rehired. Now, following the shooting, Green would file a suit against McNamara, the San Jose Police Department, and the city of San Jose for excessive force and the city's related liability in the incident. Now, here's what I want to say. Take the W's, because I have some good news to bring you. ABC7 would report that Green would receive a settlement of $8 million. Honestly, he should get more. A lot more. The Grio has more details. The legal case stretched on for years, with the city repeatedly refusing to settle. The attorneys for McNamara and the city would argue in federal court that the cops were protected by qualified immunity. Of course, even pressing that argument before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Now, it didn't matter. He is getting the settlement money. But, as I have said a million times, and I will say it again, we should not be footing the bill. The city of San Jose should not be footing the bill. The cops should. It should come out of the police budget. It should come out of this man's salary. That is the biggest issue here, is that they will keep getting away with it. And they want to hire as many cops as they possibly can. They'll continue hiring people who they shouldn't and putting them in these positions to harm the public, intentionally or not. We have too many cases that we have documented. And there are many that we haven't. That's how many there are. And when stuff like this happens, who are the people that conduct these payouts? It's our taxes. That should not be. Green was a 3-time state football champion and a linebacker for Contra Costa College. According to the school's athletics program, he was first-team All-Pac-7 conference honors. He has since earned a full scholarship to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. He's on track to become the first college graduate in his family. This should have never happened. There should be at least a better vetting process. And while I do applaud them for making the right move, there are just so many barriers that are put up for this to happen again and again and again. And until we right this wrong, unfortunately, we are going to be presented with these stories more and more. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYTSports. and or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.